Hey everybody, it's Rachel. So I am trying something a little new this week. Hopefully I can keep it up if you like it. I thought that I would start putting out a short video midweek. Nothing huge, just a thought or two. Little pause in the middle of everything else. Why am I doing this? Well, because I think we could all use a little midweek breather these days. Now, do not worry, these are not going to turn into me ranting about the headlines. There are already plenty of voices covering politics, disasters, and everything going wrong in the world. You do not need me piling on anymore. But what I don't see as much are real people dealing with all of this without all the gloom and doom. The stress, what it does to our health, our sanity, our relationships, and how we get through it. At least I'm not seeing it on my feed. That is where I want to put my energy because I think we need it. So these little midweek videos are going to be short little reminders, gentle nudges, ways to stay grounded, to breathe a little easier. So today's reminder is this. When things feel like too much, let's be honest, it's happening a lot lately. Sometimes the best thing you can do is pause. Take a break. Give yourself some room to breathe. Not to react, not jump into the fray, not get sucked into the outrage machine. Just stop. Take a breath. Enjoy something. And I know that sounds ridiculously simple, but simple doesn't mean easy because everything in our culture pushes us to keep moving, talking, producing, arguing, to be informed, to be outraged, to have an opinion on everything. And yes, there is absolutely a place for action, but not every moment calls for us to leap into the fire. Sometimes the wiser thing, the healthier thing, is to step back. Every morning, I sit outside with my coffee. Nothing fancy, no big ritual, just me, my coffee, and the quiet. Sometimes I hear the birds, sometimes I'm just watching my dog. Sometimes I'm watching deer in the field. I don't go out there to do anything. I go out there to just sit. There is a big difference between being and doing. Most of us spend our entire day doing, lists, tasks, work, scrolling, errands, conversations. Our brains are sprinting from the minute we open our eyes until we finally collapse at night. But when I stop and just sit, even for 5 minutes, something shifts. It's like I create a little breathing space between myself and the chaos. That space doesn't fix the world, but it changes how I move through it. But here's the thing. Most of us do not give ourselves that space. I sit and watch my family, my friends, even total strangers when I'm out, and nobody just sits anymore. If we are sitting, we are staring at our phones. Even watching TV, half the time people are scrolling at the exact same time. It's like we've forgotten how to be still. Like silence is some endangered species. Think for a minute about when you're on vacation, flying somewhere, or on a long car drive, and you catch yourself just staring out the window. That weird, peaceful, zone-out moment, that is the kind of calm I'm talking about. You don't need a plane ticket to get there. You can create it right at home. 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 if you're lucky. Morning, evening, middle of the day, whatever fits. For me, it's usually mornings with my coffee, sitting outside no matter the weather. Sometimes it's in the evening when I am basically forced to sit still because I have to pump my arm for my lymphedema. Not exactly glamorous, but it gets the job done. And it doesn't have to be sitting in silence either, Go for a walk, take a slow run, bake something, stir a pot on the stove, garden. Even folding laundry counts if you're letting your brain coast instead of scrolling. The point isn't what you do, it's giving your mind and body a little breathing room. The philosophers knew this, The Stoics talked about it a lot. Epictetus said, we cannot choose our external circumstances, but we can always choose how we respond to them. That's what a pause is. It's the moment where you give yourself a choice. Without the pause, we're just reacting, like pinballs getting whacked around by whatever headline or argument shows up next. In Buddhism, they say the breath is an anchor. No, you can't solve the world's problems in a single inhale, but you can use that breath to root yourself in this exact moment. And from there, maybe the next one, and the one after that. Right now, we are living in a world that feels like pure noise, which is why pauses matter more than ever. If we're not careful, all that noise just gets absorbed into our bodies. Taking a pause isn't about ignoring what's happening. It's about not letting it make you sick. Y'all know I always circle things back to health, so here it is. Stress isn't just mental, it's physical. Chronic stress drives inflammation. It messes with your sleep, your hormones, your digestion. It even accelerates aging. So, when you take a few minutes to sit and breathe, you're not just calming your mind, you're helping your body reset. It lowers your heart rate. It shifts your nervous system out of fight or flight mode. It gives your immune system a break. And yes, I know, there are some people out there rolling their eyes at this stuff and saying, like sitting with your coffee isn't going to change the world. Nope, it's not. But it might change you, and that's what matters right now. And listen, I get it. Some days the pause does not feel magical. Sometimes my brain is still racing, and I spend the entire time listening to the voices in my head. But even then, it's still worth it. Because even a messy pause is better than no pause at all. So here is my midweek reminder. Take 5 minutes, sit with your coffee or whatever, even just your breath. Don't rush to fix, don't rush to fight, just chill. Because when we learn to pause, even briefly, we take back a little control. We remind ourselves that we're human beings, not humans doing. And maybe in a world that feels like too much, the best thing we can do is just stop and breathe. Let me know your thoughts. Thanks for watching. As always, take care of you, and I will see you the next time. Bye-bye.